Yeah, I thought I won the fight, and then they gave it to him. I'm not going to sound all bitter because it's all good. I got paid. It's all good, you know what I'm saying? And I don't think he did much. And he did a lot of running in that fight. And I think I've been saying, and my brother's been saying for years, like in Pride, like he should have got yellow cards for that type of thing, you know? He ran the whole fight.
Yep.
You see me chasing him around that thing and pointing, I'm like, where are you going? You're scared to engage.
Yep.
And
I saw it.
I feel like they should have took points for that. And on top of me winning anyways, I think that they should have took points, which wouldn't have let him to win the fight. So that's how I feel about the whole fight, the whole situation. And top it off, I was injured coming into this fight. And that ain't some excuses either. I got the whole thing on tape, and I hurt my knee about a month ago, and I wasn't able to train jiu-jitsu for the last month.
And you still won.
About 2 weeks after that, I was just sparring boxing, and I really hurt my rib. I got hit in the body by my partner, Alan Sanchez. He's a really good boxer, skilled boxer, and that put me out of sparring about 2.5 weeks ago. And I got that all on tape, so just to set it off, not to make excuses, because I got that all videoed up, but he should have finished me off if I would have been fighting me.
He can't.
It took me clean out, so that's my take on the whole fight.
And he can't. He can't finish you. And the reason why he can't finish you, because he's a bum. Coward McGregor. Let's hear what the coward McGregor had to say. Because coward McGregor ran and looked at the clock the whole fight. But y'all like him. So y'all want to make an excuses for him while he was getting his brains rocked, while Diaz landed about 100 more punches on his face.
Leading into the fight as well.
My ankle was a bit banged up going into it. My left ankle, we were practicing leg kicks in camp, and I jarred it. But look, that's nothing. Right now it's my shin. He's a lot better at dealing with leg kicks than he was, I feel. He checked one beautifully. I kicked the knee straight, but I still just kept throwing it, and now I'm paying for it now. My shin is just banged up, but that's it. Other than that, I'm brand new. Look, I just didn't want to smother my work, whether that be on the feet or if I drop him or on the mat. One of the things I made a mistake of in the first round, I smothered my work. I hit him and I over-rushed what I was doing. I hurt him badly in that first fight a few times, and I over-exerted myself trying to get the finish. So this time I was a lot more calculated. I feel that first round was a 10-8 round. I picked him off and I dropped him. I'm happy with it, but as it went on, his durability comes into play and his size comes into play. I was 167 leaving. I was even lighter than I was for the weigh-ins leaving for the fight, so he was about 25 pounds heavier than me in there. And man, he's as tough as they come. I bust him, his face was leaking, and he's still in my face. He's very good against the fences. He digs the head under the chin, opens up to the body. I just knew I was going to be in these situations, so I anticipated, so I caught a few of them on the elbows, and I hit him one or two back to the body, and that kind of swayed it in my favour. But it was a hell of a fight, very close fight. I feel very happy with it. I look forward to looking back at it. It's one for the ages.
Yeah, you looking back at it. He ain't getting back in the ring, because this coward talking about Diaz need to come to 150 to fight him, because he came up to 170. Now it's going to be on your terms. You ain't fighting him again. Just say it, you coward. Because you can't beat him. They raised your hand, but you were exposed. We all know, your fans and Nate Diaz fans, everybody know you can't beat Nate Diaz. Period. He's number 4th in the division. What would happen if you had fought the number 1 guy at 170 pounds? Oh, I saw when you hurt your shin too. So, I saw when the leg kicks disappeared when you start fatiguing. Look, y'all want to put the wool over your eyes. I saw a couple of people there last night. They come in there with the Irish flag, trying to root McGregor on. They were quiet since the second round. They sat down. They shut up. They let Nate Diaz fans have that night. Everybody in there. Not a Diaz fan. Not a one McGregor fan was saying he really truly won the fight. They were trying to make excuses. And if I hear another stupid person, well, his face was really bleeding a lot, though, when Conor hit him. I expect women to say that. If you're a man and you're judging the fight by the way a guy's face looks from a guy who bleeds a lot because of scar tissue, then you need to be slapped. Or you need to be escorted out of the conversations when people are talking MMA. See, you guys just talk UFC. We know MMA. So we know how this works. This coward McGregor. All he is another dog and pony show of Dana White's that they want to try to keep him winning. And they're going to go down and try to find an easy fight for him now. Go down to 150 and make an easy fight for him so they can make some money off Conor McGregor. That's it. But as far as the best fighter in the history, and this was the best fight in UFC history, have you forgot about the John Jones fight that was recent? I guess people just forget stuff and they omit stuff because they can only remember the past 5 minutes. This fight wasn't that great. The first fight was way better than this. This fight was decent. But you got one guy trying to fight and the other guy's running away. He's running away looking at the clock. He's not even trying to fight. Y'all remember Darren Henderson versus Mauricio Rua? Or Hua? Who remembers that fight? And for y'all to say he's one of the greatest fighters, this guy hasn't been around that long. He's a flash in the pans. And y'all talking about he's the greatest MMA fighter in history. And just, what about Chuck Liddell? Chuck Liddell put this sport on his back. Like I always tell people. George St. Pierre and BJ Penn. What about those fights? Do you remember a guy named Matt Hughes? Okay. How about when he fought GSP? Where were you guys at then in 06? Where were you guys at? I don't know, man. You guys are amazing to me. Oh man, well, I'm trying to think. What was another fight in the UFC that was just epic? I know, I'm trying to think, was that even in the UFC? Man, Randy Couture versus Chuck Liddell fight. That was great. Oh man, there was a lot of good fights. Tons. Vanderlei Silva fights. There's plenty of them. I just can't think of all of them right now, but at least I'm in the category of knowing. Go back and watch some fights. I know you're probably excited because the UFC don't really give you great fights. They give you showcase fights. So when you get something that's like back and forth, then it's good. But yeah, all McGregor did was pot shot, which was cool. I had no problem with that. But then he fatigued. And then he started getting his butt kicked. And then you think this guy is ready to fight a Floyd Mayweather? Floyd Mayweather would kill him. Especially boxing. This guy don't have the conditioning. All that crawling Spider-Man stuff on the floor. I want special preparations for the fight and all this goofiness. Do whatever you want. But you won't get in there with Floyd. Bottom line, you like McGregor because he's white. Period. He's white and he's successful in a combat sport. Anybody that's white and fighting and successful in a combat sport, the people can get behind. Especially if they're doing it over here. And then they're obnoxious and loud. If a black guy was doing that, he would be called an idiot. If a Mexican guy was acting like that, they'd be calling him a rude Mexican. White guy does it, he's cool. I like McGregor, he's crazy. Black guy does it, no, it's not accepted. I can't stand him. Why? Look at the way he acts. So, that's my take on it. I'm out.